So as I said before, the shoulders are one of the biggest parts of the training problem, and there are lots of different ways to work on them. Backing works on the shoulders, backing in those circles works on the shoulders. Another really good exercise that I do that works on several things at once, which I'll now demonstrate. I lope my horse straight down the arena, a little faster than normal, and then I let my air out, I sit and I relax, and I make them package up like an accordion. I take a hold of my bridle reins, I use my seat and my legs to drive the horse up into the bridle, I get them nice and round, and I make them slow down in that frame, go around the corner, and then I lope straight again. This teaches a horse to come back onto both both hocks equally, soft in the face, go slower, listen to the rider's body, all the things that we're trying to teach the horse to do, but it's a real non-threatening way to do it. If a horse is stiff, they might fall out of lead. If a horse is leaning toward the barn, they might drop a lead. There are lots of different ways that a horse avoids having to put both their hocks in the ground and slow down nice and straight. So those are the things that we're going to address. We're sort of setting up a situation where they'll give us things to school on. But this, you'll see, this will incorporate all the things that I've already showed you. If my horse is loping down the arena supposedly in a straight line and he's really leaning toward the barn, I'm going to overcorrect him 30 degrees like I did while I was warming up. If my horse drops its shoulder, I might stop him and back him up in that circle. If he doesn't come up underneath me and get real soft on his hocks and feel like I'm downshifting a nice expensive car, I'll break him down to a walk and I'll do it again. If the horse just flat doesn't listen to me, I might park him in the ground. And if my horse wants to run really fast, well, I just might let him run really fast. And I'll let him run and run and run, and when he wants to slow down, I'll make him run some more. Whatever the horse really thinks he wants to do, I'll make that be a lot of work for them if that's not what I want them to do. See, I've spent all these years trying to get smart about this and how to try to figure out how to make what I want a really good, rewarding, easy idea, and how to make what they want be really uncomfortable and a lot of work. So if, for instance, my horse was fresh and wanting to lope too fast, I would just let her lope in a circle. And we'd lope and we'd lope and we'd lope, and when she got tired of loping, I would just make her keep right on loping, because that was her idea. And maybe after I did that a few times, she wouldn't think it was such a good idea to want to come out all fired up and ready to go, because we might not be going to stop for a really long time. Pretty soon they get really smart about conserving themselves, and then they've taught themselves, they've kind of imposed their own ethics on themselves, and it's not always us dictating to them. We've made what we want really easy, and we've taken what they want and made it really hard. So then they make a conscious choice, and we're not always, picking at them and nattering at them and telling them what to do. They're big boys and girls, and they're making their own choices, and they're suffering the consequences. So, okay, I will lope my straight line. I'm going to take a deep breath of air, let it out, and slow straight down. Come around the corner. I'll let my horse line out, encouraging her to go a little bit faster. Take a deep breath. Let it out, make her slow down on a straight line. Maybe get her a little bit more bridled up if she can take it. Lope a straight line. Deep breath. Let it out and sit down. Bridle her up. I'm slowing down on a straight line. I'm not letting her take the new direction until I get her completely slowed down. Now she's leaning toward the barn. I'm going to take a 30-degree correction over here. If she leans toward it again, I might take another 30-degree correction, and another. And I might just end up going the other way, and you know what? That's okay. Got to school both leads anyway. Straight line. Take a deep breath. She didn't really slow down very good, so I made her get all the way to the stop, and I backed her up, and I'm woe backing, and if she didn't back straight, I'd move her shoulders over and I'd make her back straight. Now that was on the right lead. She didn't want to slow down, so we'll go back to the right lead again. All of these exercises dovetail into each other really well. Oh, that was much better. On a nice straight line. She bridled up nice. Now if I was to let my air out a little bit more and sit down a little bit more, she'd probably come right to a stop. Deep breath, let it out, sit all the way down, and back up. Now one of the things that I do with my colts is I will lope them until they're tired and they're looking for a place to stop. And if they're tired enough and they've been loping around for a while and you just kind of take a deep breath and you just let it out and they stop and you pet on them and make a big fuss and let them sit there for a little while, pretty soon you can barely let your air out and sit down that they don't stop. You've made, again, what you want really easy and really rewarding, and you've made their idea of loping be a lot of work.